So what happened with the election? Well, the American people spoke. They answered pretty clearly what they felt about the direction of the country and who they chose.
I think you had a populace that had seen what happened the past 4 years, exploding house prices, exploding grocery prices, and were fed up with it and wanted change. And I think it was a reversion back to what they felt like in 2016.
Trump had heard these people. He's traveled all over the country, listening to everybody.
I think what happened was someone who got voted in as being a person that pretty much plays on people's emotions.
Trump prevailed. Trump prevailed. And Republicans actually did what they set out to do.
I don't think anyone in this country trusts a woman to run this country. That's where the trust issue was. I think she had a good. If Kamala was actually a man, she had the brain enough to run this country. And just because she's a woman, that's where the trust was.
I pretty much think it's an overcorrection. So it's like, hey, you women got rights, now let's take them back, sort of thing. I don't know.
People are tired of the last 3.5 years of getting stuff shoved down their throat, telling boys they're girls and girls are boys.
Just in being a moral person, I'm having a hard time accepting that people are more willing to accept a convicted felon and an accused rapist, can I say that, over a person who doesn't have any convictions and also who has the experience of 2 branches of government.
What happened with the election, we had Democrats in office for a very long time, and it seems like they didn't come through with all the promises that they did have, and it looks like the people have had enough of it.
It's about economics. America's tired. Their pockets are empty, and they want support, they want help. And I think they chose somebody who can give them that.
Too many people enjoy the permission structure that he gives them to be misogynist and hateful and racist. I can't think of any other reason, because if you listen to the words that come out of his mouth, if you take him at his word, then you know what he's going to do and you're okay with it.
In private conversations, I heard people really upset about how Joe Biden was ousted toward the end of his career, and she was placed in that seat, and that they were not happy with the way it was done.
Look at this guy. Wow, I can't believe it. This is unbelievable.
If you love this country, which I do, I think we kind of have to get on board. It's like anything. We did our best, we made our voices heard, but we unfortunately have to get on the train because it's already left the station.
Quiero que él trabaje en beneficio también de la comunidad hispana, que él sepa que nosotros fuimos, que le dimos el impulso para que él pueda ser presidente.
I do believe that in the next 4 years, in the midterms, we will speak our minds and realize that things need to change.
I am excited about the next 4 years, and I think the numbers show you that the majority of the United States, all over, they're excited. Otherwise, this would not have happened.
We're going to see hopefully our gas prices go down. The cost of living become more affordable. I want to see Americans, be able to own a home again, be able to afford a home, live the American dream. And I feel like that'll become more of a reality under President Trump.
I have no idea. I have no idea where the country goes from here. I don't know where I go from here.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.